What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Rio. And it's time to address and talk about some of the things that's going on right now. I know so many people got us distracted by this Keke Palmer situation amongst a bunch of other stuff that really ain't none of our damn business, to be quite honest. But let's address this situation because it blows my mind. Me personally, I'm old school. So we're going to speak on it from just 20 to 30 years ago, okay? Because a lot of y'all my age and y'all sit here and act like y'all don't remember. Keke Palmer had no business doing what she did, period. Y'all want to sit here talking about, oh, well, they ain't married and this, that, and the third, and she can do that. I'm hearing so many people seeing comments, seeing people say this and that. And I'm like, think about how stupid that sounds. So it's okay for you to get knocked up by a dude that you're not married to and bring life into the world before you get married. But then you want to turn around and say, oh, he ain't marry her so she can walk around and cut a fool and do whatever she want. Now, please tell me how that makes any sense. Y'all call yourself supposed to be in a relationship, right? Okay, you're in a relationship that's supposed to be auditioning for marriage, right? So if you're auditioning for marriage, the way you conduct and carry yourselves is supposed to prove and show that you're worthy of someone taking you on as a wife. Y'all want us to be the providers and protectors, right? Yeah, but y'all sitting talking about, oh, we insecure if we say something about your attire. But it's like, if you supposed to be my woman, why everybody need to see what's supposed to be mine, right? But as soon as one of us go and like a picture of a chick that look halfway decent, y'all looking at us like we crazy, right? Now let's talk about some of the other reasons why it's inappropriate. We're supposed to be the provider and the protector, right? You want me to protect you while you walking around half-ass naked. Does it look good to a straight man? Absolutely it does. But what's the bigger picture? Y'all women always talking about it's a bunch of creeps, it's a bunch of weirdos out here, right? But yet y'all want to dress in a way that's going to provoke these creeps and weirdos. And then y'all sit there and complain and complain. And we sit here, and it's a terrible thing, but we see all these cases of women getting abducted, women getting raped, and things of that sort. So here as a man, I'm supposed to protect the woman who's disrespecting me, right? By the way she dresses, or disrespect whoever it is, whatever man you're supposed to be with. If your man asks you to present yourself in a certain way, then you should present yourself in a certain way. Again, you want this man to provide and protect. We walking down the street and there's 5 dudes in the group, and this happened before. And it's happened with me, it's happened with some of my homies. The women dressed in a certain way, the niggas is gonna say something. And they might say something slick. Why? The dude is right there. But it's 1 or 2 against 5. So now you put it in a situation where it's the man's pride at stake. It's the man's, like, hold on, now this is my woman. You talking crazy. But at the same time, my woman is kind of dressed crazy. So now we both looking, it's caught in a rock in a hard place, right? Because the whole situation could be avoided because we know the way you dress is gonna attract a certain attention from a certain group of people. So it ain't about no insecure this or insecure that. Women out here getting raped left and right, getting snatched up. And so if you got weirdos on the streets walking around free and they looking at women, and if you can go look this up yourself, most men only have about 4 to 5 sex partners their whole life, if that, right? Some of them ain't had none, or some of them had very little. So then you got a whole bunch of other men out here watching porn and doing all kind of other stuff, right? And it's creating a desire to want to act out those fantasies. So who do you think that they're going to target? They're targeting the children. They're targeting the women specifically because they're easy targets. And you're making yourself an easier target by the way you dress. Because the way you dress, yes, again, it looks great. It looks good. But 9 times out of 10, ain't no real man trying to marry you or wife you up because of the way you present yourself. You present yourself like a hoe, most people gonna treat you like a hoe. If you out here dressing like a hoe, what do you think that people are gonna treat you like? And then y'all again want to turn around and get mad when somebody says something or does something. When you bring unwanted attention to yourself. Now let's look at a Keke Palmer, right? I don't give a damn what celebrity it is. Your man's supposed to be a celebrity to you. So if you're gonna walk out of the house dressing the way you dress, and then you want to sit here and you want this man to provide again and protect you, be there for you, but then you want to give him lip and you want to disrespect him, you want to call him insecure because he doesn't like the way you dress. But then y'all will turn around and give a man hell for liking an Instagram post. Or because he stayed out too late. Or because you don't want him hanging with such and such. Because you don't like him. Whatever it may be. Y'all don't dictate nothing. Y'all don't run shit. And y'all about to find out the hard way. It's unfortunate what's going on right now because it's driving a wedge in between the so-called black man and the so-called black woman. They don't want us thriving together because they know that if we put all of the BS to the side, and if we understand that it's the world against us, we've been here for 400 years, and we still haven't been able to gain equality because they don't want us to. And yes, it's a lot of us who've been able to get out and be successful, make money, and do certain things. But I'm talking about as a whole, our people are at the bottom. When you cut on the TV, we see all of these agendas being pushed. We got all of this stuff going on, from the economy about to crash to, the food being poisoned, the water being poisoned, all of these different things taking place. Yet we sitting here talking about Keke Palmer. And I'm sitting here looking at some of these comments of how these women, some of you women is something else. And don't get me wrong, it's a lot of men out here that need to step their game up as well. But I'm speaking from women, speaking to you women. Because again, you can't ask a man to provide for you, to protect you, to do all of these things, and then you want to turn around and disrespect him. And then not only do you want to disrespect him, you want to gaslight him on top of that. And then sit here and wonder why you're not married. And then some of you will say, oh, well, I don't really want to be married anyway. I hope that's not coming from a biblical woman. Because if you're a biblical woman, then you should understand what's about to take place and what's about to go down. So for you to sit there and say you don't want to be married, and you don't want a covering, you don't want a head to lead, guide, and direct you, what the hell you gonna do somebody breaking your house? You strapped? And even if you is, it's still a man. You gonna overpower that man? What if it's two men and you don't have nobody to help protect you? A man seen you dress the way you dress and followed you home because he want to see what you like. He want to take advantage of you because he know you living at home by yourself, and he's seeing the way you dress. It's creeps out here, and y'all know it. Y'all talk about it all the time, but y'all don't want to sit back and see how y'all may be able to lessen the what's the word I'm looking for? Lessen the risk. And this video is not here to just bash women, because I know all women aren't like this. All women don't think the same. All women ain't out here on some ratchet BS. All women ain't out here talking about they don't want and don't need a man. Especially not no godly woman. Especially if you sitting here looking on what's going on in the news today. Again, the dollar is collapsing. So all of y'all women running around talking about y'all got your own bread, this, that, and the third, that's cool. Go read Isaiah chapter 4:1. Because that's where we at right now. And I'm going to do another video on that, because we're going to really break down the real reason and the real purpose behind Isaiah 4:1. And looking at everything that's transpiring. You got a country that's sitting here parading around a whole month. They gave us Juneteenth, and in the middle of Juneteenth, they have a whole month dedicated to the alphabet community. To my biblical people, go read about Sodom and Gomorrah. Go read about what happened before the flood the first time and what the rainbow actually represents. Go read about Nineveh and what was about to happen to that. This ain't the time to be playing around. You can see it. I know we can walk outside. It's nice and bright and sunny. But we're in the middle of a war. Russia and China. All of these other countries is banding up against America because they sick of America. And we over here talking about Keke Palmer and her situation. We sitting here talking about rich folk situation that ain't got nothing to do with us. But what it is doing is it's programming and conditioning our younger generation and the next generation. And those who are naive, it's conditioning you to think, especially you women, oh, I don't need no man. Oh, I can just disrespect my man. He gonna do what I tell him to do. He don't want to lose me. When it's the other way around. Because, again, who's gonna protect you when this stuff hits the fan? When you don't get access to your bank account and you need somebody to go hunt, fish, or whatever, so you can have something to eat. Keep that same energy, or humble yourself. Fellas, it's time to step your game up. All of us, me included. We can't be on the same BS that we've been on or was on in the past. I don't know where everybody's in different stages in your life. But it's time if you ain't where you want to be, it's time to make changes. It's time to do something differently. It's time to move differently. It's time for us to move as a unit. And if somebody not with the program or y'all ain't like-minded, it's time to cut bait. Cut dead weight. This ain't the time to be running around with dead weight. It's too much going on. A lot of people ain't gonna want to hear that. A lot of people don't want to hear this or whatever, but it's real. Some of the people you grew up with, you know what I'm saying, it's hard. Some of the relationships that y'all in, unevenly yoked, is toxic. Neither one of you budging, don't want to change for the better or for the good, whatever it may be. It's time to let go and stop allowing others to hold you back from your greatness. Now, with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get off. But I definitely wanted to put this message out there, and I definitely will be back with more content. And it's time to increase it. We're in the last days, y'all, and it ain't time to be BSing around. It's time to put it out, get the information out, receive these messages while you can, because they are definitely monitoring, manipulating, and deleting and censoring truth right now. And so you better get it while you can, and don't put it off. Don't procrastinate, because it might come a time where you wish you could have got it, because it's gonna be a famine of the word coming. It's a famine coming. They already banning Bibles in different countries and stuff. What you gonna do? They ban the Bible here. Have you read it enough to where you understand what's going on, or was you just listening to what your pastor's saying, and he just going on rambling about whatever? Not saying all pastors, but the majority of these pastors is here for your money. Make sure you read that word for yourself. Pray for understanding, because when you sitting and listening to other people feed it to you and you're not reading it for yourself, it's easy for people to mislead and misinterpret and give you false information. And with that being said, peace.